This is John Paul Rye. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and this here is a tweet. And shout out to Cindy Bryden for sending me this. And this is from Courtney, who's actually an Amber Heard fan, who says Cristina Ricci has known Depp since she was 9 years old, and she still sticks up for Amber Heard. Love to see women supporting other women. Now, what this person did was they took a 9-second clip from a long live stream. As you can see right down there, it's only 9 seconds, and she took it out of context, but we'll talk about that. So let's see exactly in this 9 seconds what Christina Ricci said. If you don't know her, she's best known for the Addams Family, and that's about all I know. She did some other movies, kind of recently, but she's pretty much the little girl from the Addams Family to a lot of people. And yes, she was in a few movies with Johnny. So she says, this is an exact quote, and it's all we have. I actually am a really big fan of Amber Heard, so yeah, not gonna agree with that. So I gotta speculate that she was on a live stream, not sure how long ago, because there's no date for this clip, but it doesn't look super old. Looks like, oh, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 years old, maybe less, something like that. But at that point, let's assume it was like a long time ago. Then how can you be a big fan of Amber Heard if she was in like one or two unknown movies? So you'd have to assume for someone to be a big fan of Amber Heard, you'd probably have to know her from, Aquaman or something like that. That's just my speculation, but that makes sense. It's not like you're a big fan of this person that I guess is unknown. So I'm going to assume that this was probably at the time when there was enough information where she could have known that, Amber was actually, and I can say factually is, an abuser because of her arrest record in 2009, and of course, all the evidence about Johnny. And as you can imagine, this started a pretty wild back and forth on the thread. Let's see some of those responses. Laurel says it's clear this is a short clip of a much longer conversation, cherry picking videos yet again, plus a girl supporting a girl creates a clear division sign separating females. It does not tell us why. This requires a whole lot more information. Call me old fashioned feminist. And it does. But the one thing she said was she was a big fan of Amber Heard. Whether that's past or present, I gotta say, I'm not so cool with that. Cindy Bryden says, I think you are so right. Also, we don't know when this interview was done, so it could have been done when all the evidence against Amber Heard came out. And Simply Me pretty much agrees that it was cherry picked. It just seems like somebody in the audience said, well, she abused Johnny. And then Christina went, well, I'm a really big fan of Amber Heard, so I've got to, not agree with that. That seems the most likely to me. And, I got this today. We haven't found the full stream yet. Maybe someone will. Maybe it's deleted. Unfortunately, we've only got this little clip here. But like I said, saying you're a big fan of Amber Heard doesn't really sit so well, no matter what. And the middle person there says it's a stretch to say that she's sticking up for Amber Heard by saying she's a big fan, but I mean, it kind of is. If you say you're a big fan of someone who's a known abuser, what if you said that right now? Someone says right now, I'm a big fan of Amber Heard. Well, obviously, if you're a big fan of her, what do you mean? Just her acting and her personal life is separate, or as a total person? I think usually when people say they're a big fan, it encompasses, pretty much the person themselves. I don't know everything about every actor I'm a fan of, but if I find out something really terrible about one, I usually kind of say, well, I like their acting, but I don't like this about them, or something like that. And Terry says, she said she's a big fan of Amber Heard. What a great comment, Terry. So you just commented on exactly what she said. Christopher says even when one of the women is a literal domestic abuser, and by that he might mean the arrest record in 2009, meaning literal. Then Jadzia Dax says, I don't know, maybe someone who has known Johnny her entire life doesn't think he was abused. Okay. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Johnny Depp. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. And this person down here, Katie or Caddy or whatever her name is, says, "This is so wonderful to see." 9 seconds. Out of context, proving nothing. Okay, if that's what's wonderful to you, you've got an odd opinion on wonderful. And Link the Hero says she endorsed Hillary Clinton during the 2016 primaries. Then she said this: Cristina Ricci knows who the good guys are. In this case, who the good gals are. Alright. And Never Fear Truth says, "Women support women. Does she really mean that women should support women whether they are lying, deceiving, and thereby ruining the lives of others? I call it stupidity. Find out the context of the case and then form your opinion." And yeah, exactly. That's the thing. When you say women just support women as a blanket statement, then it's not so good because you're not actually saying, "I support the correct thing. I support the just cause. I support the person who is actually right in the argument or the debate or something." You're just saying, "Well, I picked the woman because I hope women win everything, no matter how bad it is." And yeah, that's not so good. And Michael says, "I think Riki knows JD better than a blind obsessed fangirl like you." Well, here's the thing about the Johnny Depp fangirls and guys. They've been reading court documents. They've been looking at Amber Heard's history and they've been looking at the evidence. So the judge, Penny, in Virginia, doesn't know Johnny better than Cristina Ricci, but she's going to know what happened and she's going to make a judgment. So it doesn't really matter in every specific case for everything how personally you know these people. You guys, of course, let me know what you think down below. Just for now, I'm going to stay away from Cristina Ricci. I've had no opinion of her whatsoever. And yeah, maybe it's out of context. Maybe I should hear the whole thing first. But saying you're a big fan of Amber Heard, no matter what is around that, I don't think is actually so good. Unless she says, like, "Oh, I was just kidding about that. Yep, I'm on Johnny's side after that or something." But probably should just move on to the next question. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. I'm doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you don't subscribe, I guess it'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.